Namaskara, and good morning to everybody. And thanks for having us and letting us talk to you about the Bavarian research infrastructure and funding programs. You might wonder, how is this relevant for me, for my company, in any way, for India, for Karnataka, for Bangalore? Well, first of all, we believe that many of our initiatives, they try to build towards a more sustainable future. And also, we are strong believers that research and a strong scientific community are the basis of any strong and competitive economy, both in India and also in Bavaria. Now, if you look at the numbers, Bavaria is rather small compared to India. Last week, our minister used to say that India is Bavaria times 100. And the same goes for your dynamic economic growth. If you look at the numbers, then your economic growth is dizzying, to be honest. Our economy grows at a more comfortable pace these days. But as you can see, if you look at the GDP, then it is already very strong. Right? And that is one of the reasons why the Bavarian State Ministry of Science and the Arts is able to spend about 8.7 billion euros on our universities, on teaching and on research, which is roughly 12% of the overall annual budget. Now, who do we give the money to? Is a good question. In Germany, in Bavaria, we have 11 universities, of which 10 are state-funded. Then we have universities of applied sciences, whose presidents and vice presidents are here today, also the universities, of course. And in addition to that, we have 6 university hospitals and 8 universities of arts. Also, we have the research institutions outside of the higher education institutions. The big 4 you might have already heard about. These are the Fraunhofer Association, Max Planck, Helmholtz, and Leibniz. And a lot of research is also actually done outside the university sector in Bavaria. These are the main research areas in Bavaria. Now, some of our universities, they are comprehensive, or full spectrum universities. They do research on almost any of these scientific fields. And some smaller universities, and particularly the universities of applied sciences, they focus on research in special fields. For example, the Technische Hochschule Ingolstadt has a strong focus on mobility. Let me show you our flagship initiative of the last years. This is our high-tech agenda, and is a 5.5 billion euro strategic investment in high-tech related research and innovation. With this initiative, we can create 1,000 professorships and 13,000 new university places, mostly in the field of super tech, as you can see on the left. And I will give you a few examples of our flagship projects in a minute. If you compare the research areas that we focus on in Bavaria, then you might realize that there is a match with the missions that the Indian government has promoted. We have learned that there is an AI mission in India, there's a quantum mission, green hydrogen, cyber, and of course the space mission. But our high-tech agenda rests on 4 pillars. It is not only focusing on super tech, it is also a program that helps our universities realize building projects faster. It also boosts, or is supposed to boost, SMEs, small and medium-sized enterprises, especially in the fields or in the area of startup activities. Now, there's also, as we have learned, an initiative which is called Startup India and Digital India. Again, there are many connections, many similarities. And our last pillar is a new Higher Education Innovation Act, which does a few things for our universities. It should help them or make them more agile. It helps them allocate resources more flexibly, more freely. It also helps them make, for example, excellence appointments so that universities can hire particularly gifted or talented professors more easily and by themselves. And it is also a key objective now that the universities are supposed to educate their students in entrepreneurship, right? And this is a new element. Of course, the universities have done this for decades, but now it has been made a key objective of our universities. This is an example of what we have we've tried to do. We call it the biosphere because Bavarian in German means Bayern, and we like wordplay, so the biosphere. The idea is to span a network of different AI hubs all across Bavaria, so it is not centralized in one city, for example in Munich, because it's the biggest city and the capital. There is an intelligent robotics hub in Munich, but there is also a data science hub in Würzburg, mobility hub in Ingolstadt, and health hub in Erlangen. And the presidents of the universities of Würzburg, Ingolstadt, and Erlangen are also here with us today, so that you get a chance to talk to them at the reception. I'm not a tech guy, I'm just an administrator, so I can tell you who is the expert in which field, and then you have to go talk to them yourselves. Right, there is also the first AI university in Bavaria, in all of Germany actually. We try to create AI clusters, for example, close to Munich at the Leibniz Supercomputing Center. And a rather bold and ambitious idea is to, well, build our own AI foundation model. This is maybe the same bold idea as to have a mission nuclear fusion. Our Director General already told you about this. So the idea is to create a think tank, an expert commission on how to implement more research in this area. There will be professorships, research programs, and the idea is to go towards a Bavarian nuclear fusion cluster and also towards our own demonstration plans. One more example is the Munich Quantum Valley. It is a very interesting project because 3 of our universities have joined forces and 4 of our research institutions, and their common goal is to create and operate competitive quantum computers. The Bavarian state government funds this project with about 300 million euros over the next 4 years. Equally important is the issue of high-tech transfer. There's another initiative, High-Tech Transfer Bavaria. So what we already have, and what our universities already have, are transfer offices to help students connect with the industry, to help them maybe create their own business, apply their research, commercialize the research outcomes, also entrepreneurship hubs for universities. Also join forces and try to educate their students in entrepreneurship. And then we have so-called technology transfer centers. And if you look at the map, then you can see that the higher education institutions are not centralized also in one place, but they're spread all across the state. And also these technology transfer centers are also spread across the state because they're connected to a University of Applied Sciences and usually in contact with the companies, also smaller companies in the towns close to these universities of applied sciences, so that scientific knowledge and technology can be transferred and applied in the local economy. If you're looking for proof that Bavaria is a good place to start a business or to expand your business or to move your business to, but I'm sure our friend John Cotte will tell you more about these opportunities. Then here are some very global players, some of which have a business in India, some of which you might well know. And also some of the leading tech companies have, moved their European quarters or their German quarters to Munich because the talent pool that we have in Munich, in Bavaria, is the basis, of course, for the strong economy. Now about Bavaria and India, a few more words. The Indian students make up the biggest group of international students in Bavaria. We currently have almost 9,000 students and 81 university partnerships, which are usually from scientist to scientist. This is not something that the Bavarian government does because our higher education institutions are guaranteed autonomy, institutional autonomy. But what we can do is fund projects, for example, scholarships or seed grants, something like this, to help make the connections. And also there are, of course, joint teaching programs. And what we want to do is exchange more students, exchange more scientists, and also best practice models on technology transfer, on startup incubation, entrepreneurship, technology clusters, and the like. We just realized there's not just, but this week especially, there is so much dynamic going on in India, also here in Bangalore. We are very impressed. And We really want to send more of our students to India, and we also invite Indian students and scientists to come to Bavaria to study there or to do research, to study and stay if they want to. If they want to do their doctorate in Bavaria, also to stay and found their own company if they want to, or if they want to return to India at some point, they can study and stay connected, so that we create connections and mutual benefit not only in academia but also in cultural exchange, business contacts, and trade relations. One more thing, this will be the last point. We have created or implemented the Bavarian Indian Center, which is also part of this event today. And we're very thankful for the colleagues who have also arranged this trip for us. Also the colleagues from the Science Office here in Bangalore. And what is Bayern? It's a service institutions for universities and businesses. They're your partner for bilateral exchange. And as already said, there is a Science Office here in Bangalore. And there's also, of course, the office in Bavaria. So I hope you get a chance to talk to them, talk to us later, maybe tonight at the reception. And with this, I want to conclude. This is what Bavaria stands for. Thank you very much.